Hello and welcome to Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Khalid Hijras, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. In line with efforts to strengthen the national data framework and improve labor market indicators, the Information and E-Government Authority, the IGA, announced the launch of the 2026 Labor Force Survey, the LFS, which will be conducted from January to December of 2026. Targeting a random sample of more than 8,000 households across the kingdom's governance. The study aims to collect comprehensive data on the Kingdom of Bahrain's labor market. And to speak more about that, we have with us here in the studio Mr. Sinan Ali, IGA Director of Population and Demographic Statistics. Welcome, how are you doing today?
Great, well, thank you so much. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Bahrain International TV to give us this opportunity to shed the light on one of the important surveys that IGA is conducting this year when it comes to labor force survey.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure to have you here. Now to start, can you explain what the Labor Force Survey is and highlight the government's support in this initiative?
Well, Labor Force Survey is one of the important international surveys that comes in line with the International Labor Organization guidelines, and it is part of Bahrain's commitment to provide a clear picture based on accurate data when it comes to the market structure, when it comes to the market characteristics that involve Bahrainis and non-Bahrainis, when it comes to some important indicators like employment trends and employment wages, skills required for the market itself. So from time to time, it's important to shed the light on such indicators to provide a clear picture about such indicators. And this is the time to give again a clear picture about Bahrain market structure when it comes to labor force survey.
Wonderful. And can you explain the main objectives of the Labor Force Survey and why it's so important for the residents and expatriates to be part of it?
Expatriates' involvement is crucial for us because they give us the opportunity to diagnose the market needs, requirements, conditions when it comes to the characteristics of the market itself. And it is important to give the decision makers a clear picture about all these indicators and to have the right decision for the future wise when it comes to the prosperity of the Bahrain in general, and when it comes to the labor market itself requirements and how we can enhance all these opportunities when it comes to the competition, when it comes to the benefits of workers in the future, when it comes to the requirements for the future itself. So it's a very crucial and important to all of us, Bahrainis, non-Bahrainis, residents, to be part of this important survey.
Thank you for that explanation. Now, can you tell us a bit more about how the survey is conducted and what residents should expect if selected?
Definitely. The sample size is almost 8,000 households and more. And first of all participants will receive a call from the unified contact number for the surveys, national surveys, that is 1787 8070, and the family then will be contacted and to be elaborated with the purposes of this survey, and then they followed by a field researcher visits to their residence with an official letter from IGA to explain more and further and to provide kind of communication tools with the IGA in case they need any further details. And there will be, and actually there is an announced official page for all field researchers when it comes to those who are going to handle all these field visits with the households, and followed by some calls to elaborate about the answers that received from the site. And households are free to decide where to have this kind of visits, either in their residence place or even in our IGA premises, or one of the offices located among the different governorates.
Wonderful. It's great to see that there's accessibility as well and choice given to the residents if selected. And now, can you tell us about the privacy of the data provided to all participants, including expatriates? How will their information be used?
Definitely, we do understand all these concerns when it comes to the privacy of the data and feedback received from the households, and we deal with it with top priority, top privacy, and it is under the umbrella of Bahrain's data protection laws and regulations, and we deal with it with an aggregated base review, so no individual data will be shown to the public that shows the identity of anybody. We deal with such data in an aggregated manner, so all concerns are considered, and we are dealing with it with top priority and in line with the laws and regulations that covers the data protection itself.
Wonderful. So the data is in safe hands. And what message would you like to share with expatriate residents to encourage them to participate in the labor force survey?
Their participants is vital and crucial for us. They are a major part of this society, and we do rely on them as well to have a right diagnosis for the market needs, market future as well. We are shaping the future, and we have to shape it together. So their participants is very important to us, and we do consider it. For that reason, we don't want to have a biased surveys. It's a win-to-win situation. We do share living on this land, beautiful land, and so we have to share the prosperity and the future prosperities together. For that reason, we are taking into account every single factor that affects our decision making. So it's important for us, and they are welcome to show their feedback, show their vision together, and we will deal with it with priority and welcoming it, because we are shaping the future of Bahrain from such surveys.
Absolutely, very well said. And just lastly, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
We are eager to see the outcomes of this important survey by the end of this year, and we want to work hands in hands with all civil societies, individuals, people, and they are welcome to share their thoughts, feedbacks, even concerns, suggestions as well through our official channels, and their viewpoints will be considered highly.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, and I can't wait to see the results of the survey, hopefully by next year. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, and we'll be back with more here on Bahrain Now. And now let's take a look at what's going on beyond the studio in the following report.
This is a very important evening, and this is Bahrain are thrilled to be hosting the Golden Jubilee 50-year anniversary of the Diocese of Cyprus and the Gulf. And in Bahrain, they are represented here by St. Christopher's Cathedral of the Gulf, which has been in Bahrain since 1953. But this evening is the launch for the following 3 days of the Synod, the Church Synod. And the Diocese of Cyprus and the Gulf is part of the Episcopal Church of Jerusalem and the Middle East. So we're delighted to have with us here in Bahrain more than 100 delegates from 20 different countries, bishops and priests and other clergy from the Anglican Church. And of course, the Anglican Church is very dear to us here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. A wonderful community where St. Christopher's Cathedral hosts many, many different congregations in different languages. And this evening is very important because we have with us all the different faith communities and cultural societies in the Kingdom of Bahrain. We want to introduce the real face of Bahrain and how we live here together for centuries in peace, in harmony, with love and respect for each other. And we also want to meet all these wonderful people from around the world who've decided to celebrate here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. And of course, it's particularly special this year because His Majesty, King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, has designated 2026 as the year of Isa Al Kabir. And this is very important because the late His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali Al Khalifa, he is the one who founded what we call the modern foundations of today in Bahrain. He created the beginning of that journey where the Kingdom of Bahrain was the pioneer, offering rights and justice and freedoms to her people. And His Majesty not only celebrates that, but has greatly expanded this and cherished it. And so much and so that His Majesty's courage and wisdom and visionary leadership have now seen Bahrain and His Majesty recognized as the model around the world for achieving global peaceful coexistence. So we'd like to take a moment to thank His Majesty the King for all of his generosity of spirit, his compassion, and the dignified way in which everyone is allowed to live here as one family. And basically that's what we're doing tonight. We're around 400 people celebrating as one family, our rights, our freedoms, and sharing our humanity.
Holding this event in Bahrain reflects the crux of Bahrain. That's the depth of Bahrain, that Bahrain upholds coexistence, tolerance, and that we are a home for all kinds of cultures, communities, and events, not only economic events, but religious events and everyday events. We are for everybody. We are here for everybody, and that's what this event reflects here today.
The Autumn Fair has enjoyed continuous popularity since its launch, attracting large numbers of visitors of all ages thanks to the diversity of exhibits that meet the needs of families and combining consumer products, food, and household items along with competitive offers. The popularity of the fair reflects the public's confidence in the exhibition through exhibitors from within Bahrain and abroad, especially as it constitutes an important platform that brings together consumers with producers and traders. This contributes to the promotion of economic activity and consolidates the exhibition's position as an annual event, eagerly awaited by the public each season. The fair witnessed remarkable public turnout, affirming the great importance of this annual event as an interactive space that brings together exhibitors and the public, providing a real opportunity for direct communication with visitors and learning about their preferences. On the other hand, the high number of exhibitors affirms the idea that the fair is the real start of the season to attract the largest segment of the public and build sustainable relationships with customers.
This brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you for watching, and you can always reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love to hear from you. This was Khalid Hidris. Until next time, good night and God bless.